Signature Project Stage 2. Data and Problem. Math achievement in many schools is incredibly low compared to state and national averages. Math achievement of 8th grade students at a host school was determined at the start of the year with a standards-based diagnostic assessment, iReady. Of the 433 participants, only 9.72% were on or above grade level, and 66.68% of students are 2 or more grade levels below. Abilities range from mid-8th grade to kindergarten. With such a large percentage of students scoring below grade level, it was determined that math achievement is a problem in this school. Background investigation. As a country, math achievement has gradually increased since 1990. However, the scores peaked in 2013 and are trending down since. This information was retrieved from nces.ed.gov. The peak in 2013 and subsequent drop is the same year most of the current 8th grade students started kindergarten. Low math achievement with this cohort of students has become the norm. Each year, scores dropped a little lower than the previous year. Now, the issue has snowballed, and 66.68% of students at the host school have entered 8th grade 2 or more grade levels below where they should be. This is a graph of the data gathered from the iReady assessment at the beginning of the year. Data was retrieved from the system in August 2021. Students who took the beginning of year assessment after August 20th were not included in this data. As you can see in the graph, the green column is students on or above grade level. The yellow column is students 1 grade level below. These students, while not showing on grade level, are very close, and their dip could be explained to regression over summer or possible regression due to school closures because of COVID. The red columns indicate 2 or more grade levels below. They are broken down into grade level. These students scored. The red columns added together is 288 students, 66%. These are the students we will focus on in this study. Action plan. Sampling method and sample description. 433 students in the 8th grade at the host school that participated in the beginning of year iReady diagnostic assessment is the sample. Students scoring 2 or more grade levels below, 288 students, were the focus of this study. Those students will be divided into 3 groups: no intervention, small group intervention, large group intervention. The average grade level of each group is equal in order to achieve a systematic homogeneous distribution of the sample. It is important that each group has representation of a variety of abilities. Instrumentation. The general education classroom instruction will serve as a control group. These students will receive no additional intervention. This is students just attending their regularly scheduled 8th grade math class during the school day. Small group intervention is an experimental group, and instruction will be tailored to the student's area of greatest deficit. So the small group of 5 to 8 students, the area of greatest deficit in math will be the focus rather than an arbitrary grade level. For large group intervention, this is an experimental group, and instruction will be generic based on the average grade level of the entire group. Achievement level will be assessed prior to intervention and after 15 weeks using the iReady diagnostic both times. The instrument being used in this study to measure student growth and math achievement is the iReady diagnostic assessment. This will be used for pre- and post-study data. All students enrolled at the host school take this assessment 3 times each school year. The assessment starts student off with questions on their grade level, in this case 8th. As a computerized adaptive assessment, if the student answers too many questions incorrectly, it will drop down a level and give less difficult and complex questions. The same will happen if a student answers questions correctly, but the questions will move up in difficulty. This will continue until the program can identify the student's true ability level. Collaborative efforts. The researcher will collaborate with the host school, school district, and state board of education. Procedures. 1. All students will take the iReady diagnostic test at the start of the school year. 2. Students scoring 2 or more grade levels below will be split into 3 groups. A. No intervention. Students will attend their 8th grade math class for 52 minutes daily. B. Small group intervention. Students will attend their 8th grade math class for 52 minutes daily, plus a 52-minute intervention class. This class will only have 5 to 8 students. C. Large group intervention. Students will attend their 8th grade math class for 52 minutes daily, plus a 52-minute intervention class. This class will have 18 to 24 students. 3. Students will participate in their groups for 15 weeks. 4. At the end of 15 weeks, students will take the iReady diagnostic again. Math classes will be taught by certified math teachers. Intervention classes will be taught by certified math interventionists or special education teachers. Internal and external validity. The iReady diagnostic assessment will be utilized as an instrument during this study. This diagnostic is evidence-based and received the highest rating by the Center on Response to Intervention at American Institutes for Research. It has been deemed a credible, reliable, and valid screening tool. Independent studies by the Education Research Institute of America have been found that a strong correlation exists between iReady scores and the scores of end-of-year state assessments in 23 states, including Alabama. To limit threats of internal validity, all intervention will be taught by certified math interventionists or special education teachers. Continuing, we have identified possible threats to validity. There's a history threat because of the unpredictability that occurs in schools. Maturation, students growth could be occurring because of instruction in their other classes or extra assistance they receive outside of school. Subject attitude, student effort or motivation to participate in the intervention program and on the assessments will affect the results. And student absenteeism. It is possible some students may have to be withdrawn from the study because of extensive absenteeism. Ethical considerations. Confidentiality. Students' data will be kept confidential, and no outside parties who do not already have access to students' test scores will be granted access. Students will all be given a code number that they will be referred to, and their data will be coded. Special populations. 75% of the host school's population is made up of minorities. 73% of the host school's population is economically disadvantaged. 100% of students with a known disability qualify to participate in this study. Therefore, this study will have a large percentage of minority students, economically disadvantaged students, and students with disabilities participating. The IRB. This study will receive IRB approval prior to being conducted. Other informed consent will be obtained, and parents will be required to give permission for their student to participate in the study. Results. Impact on student achievement. Overall student achievement is affected by level of math achievement. By earning a high school diploma, students have been deemed college and career ready, If a student's math achievement is below average, their ability to graduate high school is in jeopardy. If students are able to earn a diploma, but do so with low levels of math achievement, they are open to consequences later in life as a graduate. A study by David C. Geary concluded that students who graduate with low academic achievement are more likely to experience difficulties obtaining employment and struggle with many common day-to-day activities. This study has the predicted outcome of increasing student math achievement and decreasing the gap between student achievement and grade level. Expected data change. Changes in data from pre and post test that would indicate growth in student achievement include a larger than typical growth in students receiving small group intervention than those in large group intervention, and then even more than those in no intervention. Reflection. Changes to the study to improve include possibly adding a midpoint benchmark test to monitor student progress. This will see if improvement happened in the first half of the intervention or if there was a sustained improvement throughout the entire intervention. Additional research that can be done. Research involving the effectiveness of increased technology use on student achievement, as technology has increased exponentially in the recent years. Effect of breaks throughout the day, such as incorporating more time in non-academic elective classes, for example, art, band, STEM, yearbook, broadcasting, etc. And effect of amount of physical activity throughout the day on student achievement.